Hello everyone. Good morning. This is Ashok from AJ Skill Development. So we'll wait for a few more minutes, maybe another 1 minute for others to join. Thanks. All right, let's get started. First of all, thanks everyone for joining this wonderful session on this day. So myself, Ashok Raj, I'm taking care of Salesforce training and practices in AJ Skill Development Academy. And we are doing this session as a general session for all the audience, not only limited to AJ Skill Development trainees, to give them the a high level tips and guidance with regards to Salesforce interviews. So let me go help you with the few important things that you should take care of before you start preparing for interview or after you completed your interviews and all. Maybe at the end of the sessions, if you have more questions and you want to get guidance for anything else, right? We can have a discussion, and this session will go for another 1 hour. And whatever we are going to discuss and I'm going to help you with, it's all come out from my last 8.5 years of IT journey as well as 6+ years of Salesforce journey. Okay, so purely depend. It's on out of my experience. I'm going to share all these details. If you find any fault or if you find it is contradicting, right, you can very well let me know and I can help you with that. Say, okay. So let me share my screen. Please let me know once you are able to see my screen. So is my screen visible?
Yes, visible.
Okay, great. Okay, let me put it for. So Salesforce interview tips, guidance and tips. So first of all, we want to go with the resume preparation. When it comes to the resume preparation, we have listed out the list of important things that your resume should carry. The very first thing is LinkedIn link. So whoever kindly joined, kindly put yourself on mute, okay, so that it won't disturb others. So LinkedIn link. So why we should have the LinkedIn link here to showcase your professional network and professional experience. Just like say in this today's era, how resumes are important as equivalent, your LinkedIn links are also important. I'm having a sample resume with me, and those for AJ skill development trainees, you can find those sample resumes in our folder itself. Go to interview preparation and there you can find interview preparation and sample resume. Out of that, I have uploaded my own resume as well. Okay. So if you don't have access to those interview preparations and all, you can kindly get in touch with the support number. They will provide you the access. So this is a one typical and sample resume template for Salesforce professionals. I see you need not to follow the exact same way how I have projected myself, but I'm going to just let you know these are the few important things that you should have. The first is your email. Make sure you have a proper email. with your name, and make sure you're not confusing the recruiters with underscore underscore R underscore underscore O7 not 7, love, crazy, sweetie, charmy. Try to avoid those fancy stuff. Okay, keep it your professional email. If as of now, if you don't have such emails, create a new one and have the dedicated email for you, especially when it comes to the professional line. Okay, and try to avoid your personal email. Okay, have a dedicated separate email for all your professional conversations and professional networking. If you start to have a one single email ID for entire life, right, then it will definitely confuse you, and there is a chance you will miss such emails. So try to have one email and keep that email for all your professional communications. Next, your LinkedIn link. Okay, and we are going to discuss a lot about LinkedIn here, but try to keep your LinkedIn as much as clean as possible and very straightforward. And with regards to LinkedIn, I will come back to later. What are the steps you have to do to make sure you have everything in place? Okay. The next one, okay, Trailblazer link. So if you have a resume with you, okay, let me open the resume. Okay, Trailblazer profile. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this one. If you're a newbies to Salesforce, you should have a Trailhead account. Okay, if you go to the Trailhead account, you will find your profile there. Okay, and let me show you. You can just logging in your Trailhead. Once you log in, right, you will find your Trailblazer account as well. So this is actually my Trailblazer. You can also see Trailhead is there. So you see what are the list of points and badges you earn, right? Just you click this one and you will see, you go to profile, there you will find your Trailblazer. Okay, so this is the link we are talking about. I mean, this link. You all people who have Trailblazer link, you will definitely have this link. And this is the link I have copied here. If you look at my resume. Okay, why I should keep this link? Because this is the area where you are going to showcase to your employer saying that, hey, I'm this mountain or ranger or expenditure. I'm having this much points and having this much badges. I have completed this much certifications. This is a one stop where your employer will come to know your technical expertise. What are the list of super badges you have completed so far? What is your skill set? And what are the other badges? Whether you are maintaining your certifications or not. Okay, so you should have a decent Trailblazer profile with you, and make sure you copy that link and put it in the resume. So that is another thing. And other thing is having a professional summary section where you're going to tell about you and your professional experience. If you are a fresher, you can ignore this section. Okay, and again, working experience is must for any experienced candidate. If you are a fresher, absolutely you can ignore this section. And apart from that, technical summary. This is a mandatory section for all the Salesforce professional, because this is the area where the employer are keen to look into it. Like what are the technical stuff you have? What are the technical areas you are expert in that? What are the areas you got trained, or you have the knowledge on? Say, for example, you got trained in LWC, you got trained in lightning flows, or you have worked in lightning flows. So those kind of key stuff, right? You're going to mention up here, and don't do stuff like this. Like most of the people do like this. If they just want to highlight, they simply go and bold each and every line. Not necessary. Okay, so you can keep as it is and try to keep the professional look as much as you can. The next thing is projects. When it comes to the project, Okay, if you are an experienced candidate, make sure you are mentioning your period and project phase. And when it comes to the client name, you need not to mention the client name. You can keep like this: leading US insurance company, leading e-commerce company, something like that. We no need to expose to which client we work for. Even during the interview, if there's someone asks you, okay, can you tell me the client for which you worked on, you can tell them, I'm sorry, I am not supposed to disclose my client name as per my current contract or previous contract. So no employee going to insist on that. Okay, as long as you are technically stuff, they don't mind about the rest of the thing. But one important thing you should have in your resume is, for an experienced candidate, roles and responsibilities. Okay, you are telling that you got 3 years of Salesforce developer experience. Now tell me, what is your role? What was your role? What are the things you have done, and what was your responsibilities? What are the other things you had apart from having the technical ideas and technical expertise? What are the roles and responsibilities you played in those 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year? That should sound like you are experienced. Okay, so that is a very important thing you should mind when you're going to have the Salesforce resume. Because as an interviewer, I have interviewed close to 250 plus candidates in my last almost 6 years of Salesforce journey. Okay, these are the very important thing we will look into it, like whether they have a trial based link, technical summary, and super badges. If especially if you are a freshers and you want to showcase that you got trained in Salesforce and you have a Salesforce knowledge, make sure you completing the super badges and you're mentioning those super badges details in your resume. Okay, and just like I'm having my certification here, right? I'm just showcasing, hey, I'm a 6X certified Salesforce professional, and I'm having all this. Similarly, if you have completed any super badges, you can keep that here. At the end of the day, you have done all your own, and you are going to showcase your experience. But there are a few people who just go through some random YouTube videos and completing the super badges. If you're not at all having the ideas on the super badge, but you are just completed for namesake, don't keep it. Because if you're going to keep the super badges, definitely you will come up with the questions from the resume. And one more thing is, whatever you're going to keep in the resume, try to be as genuine as possible. Why? Because you're going to get all the questions out of your resume, nothing apart from that. Okay, see, as of now, we are the current trend is we are looking for a Salesforce professional who are expertise in there are certain topics. I'm going to cover those topics, and apart from that, we want to check the genuinity, because in India and the rest of the world, right, there are a lot of fake profiles are circulating, and it's very difficult as an employer to identify whether the particular resource is true or fake. It's very when they come to know that, right, and they are not going to encourage. Simple. So try to keep it as it is. There are certain areas, right, you have to exaggerate. Okay, but there are 1 or 2 times exception. But my recommendation to all the professionals, try to keep as it is, because even you worked for Java, you worked for mainframe or some other technology, you got trained in Salesforce, or you learn Salesforce by yourself, and you got some experience, right? You can keep like that. Like, I have a 5 years of IT experience, and the last 6 months I have been training, getting a training on Salesforce, and I have done these super badges and all those things. Hire me. The employees are ready to hire you. Okay, so try to keep as it is in your profile and try to appear for an interview. Yes, there are a lot of employers are hiring such professional. I will come to that part, and I will give you the tips on how to apply for such jobs as well. So these are pretty much on the resume part. So before we move on to the next one, anybody have any questions on the resume part? Anything you want to add or anything you want to ask? Because we have 4 sections here. So, and we are completing the resume sections here. Anybody have any questions on the resume part? Yes.
My question is not from the resume part, but I have already discussed you my question in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, Ashwin.
Yeah,
let me come to your question, Ashwin. Let's go one by one. So if anybody have any questions on the resume part, we can take it here. Yes, we can move on to the next section and we'll cover one by one. Yes, Vanilla.
Actually, Yeah, I'm a career gap mom. Okay, so
Okay.
it's been 10 plus years. I came out of the industry because
Okay.
of the family, and I live in Europe.
Hmm.
What kind of working experience and the profession? Because I worked for only 1.5 hours in India, and then
Okay.
I quit. So
Okay.
my professional summary as well, the working experience hold a very little bit of the resume. I mean, it's not
Hmm.
even a one page. Is that
Hmm.
okay? Because my complete resume will fall in one page itself. As of
Okay,
now.
when it comes to candidate like you, right? People having a career gap, apart from having a training experience, we would recommend you to have a internship experience. Internship in the sense you can work for any company as a freelancer, or you can work for free of cost for 1 month or
That
2 month or 3 month. You can work for
okay.
free of cost, get that experience and put it in the resume and get a certificate from them saying that this particular candidate worked for us for 3 months or 4 months as a unpaid intern. That we very recently there are many candidates, especially from AJSK Academy. We offered them such a offer. They got experience from different clients. Okay, they worked for the clients. They put their all effort. But being an unpaid candidate, yes, you are going to spend 8 hours or 9 hours with them, and you are going to deliver some projects for them, and they will send you. Give you the experience saying that he or she worked for us for this month for this project, and they deliver it. And you can also mention the same. I worked for this MNC for 6 months, but it's an unpaid one. Now I'm
That's
applying for a paid position. Like that,
that's
you can keep
yeah.
and have some experience.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Even for the volunteer jobs,
Hmm. Hmm.
unpaid volunteer jobs itself, it's not. You see, it's not easy to get that.
No problem,
So
Anila. So since you are being part of Aegis Skill Development Academy, right? We will help you with such opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities are there. Kindly make sure that you completing all the case studies without fail. Once you are done with the case studies, you can very well reach me. I can help you with such opportunities. There are plenty of opportunities are available.
do you
Okay.
mean that
So
I
anyway,
live in?
I will come to that part
Okay,
later.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
And
okay.
anybody have any questions on the resume part? If not, we can move on to the next section. And definitely, I'm going to address each and everybody's queries. Okay. First of all, we are going to focus only on the resume part, and we have other sections as well. So we will go one by one.
Hello,
Okay.
hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir is need to mention a project for freshers in resume.
No need. If you are a fresher, maybe if you are a AG skill development trainee, we are giving you some practice projects and use cases and case studies, right? You can mention that like that as part of our training. I have done this project and I have underwent it. So being a fresher, you can mention that it is enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Let's
I'm
move on to
Santosh
the
here.
next section. If anybody have any queries, right, maybe you can please note it down. We try to wind up all the section maybe one by one, because if we start getting a questions, right, it is taking a lot of time. Then we could not complete this session within an hour. So sorry to interrupt you all. So do one thing. Kindly make a note of all your queries. Okay. At the end of the session, definitely we are going to address all the queries. Then only I'm going to leave. Don't worry. Okay. Even if it is going to take more than 1 hour, let me complete the sections one by one, and definitely we'll address all your queries one by one. Okay. So moving on to the next one, the source of the opportunities, which is very, very important for anyone. Like we have Vanilla just asked, like Ashok, I got trained, but I don't find such opportunities. The very best platform to get such opportunities is your LinkedIn connections. Actually, there is a video you see. I hope we have shared this video with all the AG skill development trainees, and those who are not part of AG skill development academy, right? You can get this video in the YouTube itself. This particular video will give you the detailed explanation. There is a 30 minutes video. We have mentioned what are the important things you have to do to ensure you are getting connected with the right people, especially when it comes to Salesforce. The video name is LinkedIn Tips for Job Seekers in Salesforce. Actually, we have shared this link as part of your beginner kit or onboarding kit, those who enrolled for AG Skill Development Training Program. So kindly go through this video. It's a almost a 22 minutes video. Each and every tips are very important when it comes to LinkedIn. So you should definitely build your LinkedIn network and your recruiters network. Let's take a look at my LinkedIn page. So, see, this is my page. Okay. The moment I go for my page, right? I'm close to have almost 18,000 connections with me. If I scroll down on the daily basis, right, I will find at least one or two, not one or two. Most of the time, I'm going to find the Salesforce related stuff. I never follow any blogs. I never follow any other blogs or any other. I just simply follow all the people who are in LinkedIn. All my 18,000 connections are almost 90% of people are part of Salesforce. That's how I come to know the update happening around the Salesforce, and also the updates happening around the job openings. All that what I have to do is, if I wake up in the morning, I simply go to LinkedIn, I scroll down, I come to know the list of Salesforce stuff here. There are a lot of very good people who write a nice thing about Salesforce and all those things. So simply in my early days, what I used to do, I just go to the search bar. I will search for Salesforce. Okay. There you will find a people section. I select people section. I randomly give a connect. See, just I click on connect. If there is a word Salesforce comes in their profile, randomly give a connect. See, it looks like mad thing, but still I do. Even today I do. Okay, that's why I'm getting their feeds. I mean, getting their updates as a feed in my LinkedIn. Okay, because I want a one nice platform where I will keep updated with Salesforce. Because if you go to Facebook, if you go to WhatsApp and other social media, right, that's not going to give you much relevant information, especially for your career. But this is a very nice platform where you can make use of it, and you can connect with the right people, and they will give you wonders. Most of the people and most of the stuff I come to know from LinkedIn, all the new updates or the job openings and everything. And if you are a fresher, you can do one more thing, like simply go here, search a keyword called and search for jobs. You will find a lot of job openings. Almost 5,015 results is coming up for only in India. If you want to check with the entry levels, check for entry level. See, all these are entry levels. Full-time, entry level in the sense that they are looking for some freshers, isn't it? So you will find a lot of opportunities. Don't say me like Ashok, I'm not at all finding any opportunities for entry level people. The companies are absolutely okay. Okay, even if you are from non-IT background, even if you have a career gap, and even if you are completely from different technology, it is absolutely fine for the companies as of now, provided you have the technical expertise to showcase. Say, for example, those who are part of AG Skill Development Training Program, we have given you the curriculum, right? So except the advanced stuff, advanced development or advanced LWC, make sure you learned everything and you practiced everything. It is enough. The companies are ready to hire. During the interview, if I'm going to ask you what is what, and if you're going to tell me a clear explanation, right, the companies are ready to hire you. Anyway, I'm going to come to that section later, how to perform the interview, how to prepare for the interview. But anyway, now we are talking about the source of the opportunity. You can build that source from the LinkedIn, and that is a very important, very good, nice platform for you to get connect with the people. But importantly, please watch this YouTube video I have shown. That will give you the 20 minutes of tips all about LinkedIn, how effectively you can use. The next thing, job portals. Yes, different countries have different leading job portals, but in India, obviously it is Naukri.com. Simply go to Naukri and search with, and make sure you're uploaded the resume, and your resume should carry out all the keywords in the technical summary. Simple go here, search for Salesforce. You will find a lot of opportunities. If you want to apply for the area specific, you can do. And if you want to go with the entry levels, right, you can still do. You can go and keep the entry level as 0. You see, we have this much options available. Salesforce trainee, Salesforce fresher, and you can check the job description and all. See, one such highlights they are mentioning trial based point should be 15,000 and more. They are giving a much importance for the trial hits. And there are openings available for freshers. So this is for kind of entry level job. So if you want to check for the experienced candidate, you can also change the experience level and you can check. Okay, and if you want to go and check with the location wise, you can check. This is a one such portal. I mean, most of the opportunities are available, and there are other portals available. Indeed, Times Job. Okay, there are many such job portals are available. But all that you have to upload your proper resume. You should have a proper profile for that, and you can have a mobile apps. Okay, and you can subscribe for the updates. That is also possible. So that every day you work up, the relevant openings will comes up and you can apply it directly from here. Okay, so that is one another thing. Another one is frequent job search in Google. Suppose you have no idea what are the other portals available where I can find the job. A simple Google search is going to help you. Yes, simple go to Google and Salesforce jobs. See, okay, it is coming up with my nearby place. Even we have openings available in Nagapattinam. Okay. Let me filter out the locations. Salesforce openings. See, if you search like that, you will come up with some relevant information, some random search. The Google will help you with the right job position. We have entry positions available in this company, and they're looking. If you look at that, the requirement must have completed training on Salesforce. You see, go to any company, they're hiring graduates. It's not like they're simply hiring a college passed out candidate. They should have completed the training. Okay, and completed the training in the sense you no need to come and join the institute like us, academy like us. Okay, even if you are going to do a self-learning, it is absolutely fine, but you have to prove that you did a self-learning and you got all the knowledge on all the topics. And they should be enthusiastic and proactive, immediately available knowledge on this platform and knowledge on Apex Aura. These are the, see, I'm going to help you with the list of topics that you should cover so that the company will consider your profile. So these are such company and they are available. So the next thing we are mentioning here is your Google search. And we have a Telegram group called Salesforce Job Openings, and we are keep posting about that update. If you're not at all part of this program, I mean Telegram channel, right? You can very well search it in a Telegram like Salesforce Job Openings, or this is the link SFDC Jobs. Okay, almost 4,000 members are there. Whenever we have come up with any openings, right, we'll post it here, whether it is LinkedIn or Naukri or whatever. So if we are posting about job openings in the LinkedIn, don't just stop by watching only the list as well as the email ID. If there is a people, go and connect with them. You see, there are a lot of people here. Obviously, they are a part of a recruiting team or just a minute. Sorry about that. So you can just connect with those people. Okay. I mean, you are finding some job, obviously a part of the, either they are part of the recruiting team and they are part of their Salesforce team, right? That's the reason they have been tagged in that particular messages. You can connect with the people. Okay. You're not going to waste anything. You're not going to spend anything on the connection. It's a simple connection. Who knows that one simple connect can lead you to the very good opportunities. Okay, so when you find such LinkedIn post or and all, get connect with the right people. There is no harm, and this is not kind of yeah, Facebook where you don't want to connect with unknown people. This is a professional network. People should follow the professional ethics when they are going to message you or text you. So don't worry, especially the girls, don't worry. What if I can get connect with the wrong people? What if he used my photos or anything? This is a LinkedIn here, and you do not need not to upload all your random pics and all. Just you're going to have one single pic as a professional profile pic. It is enough, decent pic, and nobody is going to come to your inbox with random chat and all. If you come up with a such chat, you can take the screenshot and put it in the feed saying that this guy or this girl is started flirting with me. Simple. Okay, so no need to worry about all those things. Get connected with the right people. Okay, and this is the right platform. So if you're part of the AJ Skill Development Trainees, if you're part of our this group, make sure you are enable the notifications for this group. Okay, notification should be enabled. Okay, and similarly, if you come up with such opportunities, make sure you're applying for opportunities. And there are few opportunities we are posting here exclusively for AJ Skill Development Trainees. The reason is we know how we are providing a training to the candidate, and we know what are the list of case studies or use cases we are providing to the trainees. So we are looking for such trainees who completed those case studies. Rather than watching the videos or attending the session, we are looking for the trainees who are completing our AJ Skill Development case studies and got reviewed from the trainer, because we will conduct an internal interview where we are going to ask you questions only on the case studies. If you can answer all those questions without any issues, right, we will directly refer you for the openings. There are many companies approaching us as we are growing day by day. We are almost connected with 600 plus folks for the training globally. And there are multiple companies we are in tie-up with. They are reaching us on the daily basis with a lot of requirements. Okay, all that you have to do is complete the case studies given by us and get it reviewed and attend the mock interview with us. We will simply refer you for all the openings. Okay, so this is all about the source of the opportunity. So make sure you have connected with the LinkedIn, you have uploaded your profile in the Naukri, and you are doing the frequent job search, and the Telegram group. You have enabled the notifications. Okay, the next thing. Okay, I have done everything. I got an interview call, and they scheduled an interview tomorrow, next day, or next week. What I should do before I start? Before my interview, prepare, for God's sake, prefer a very good tell about yourself. That should sound like you got trained in Salesforce, or you should have an experience in Salesforce. Say, for example, if you are got trained by yourself or from another academy or from AJ Skill, tell them like, hi, I'm Ashok. I completed my BE in a Government College of Engineering in Tirunelveli in 2013, and I got trained in AJ Skill Development in Salesforce, and I got interest in the workflows, data security, and similarly I got hands-on practice in Lightning Web Components and Lightning Flows, which is a new thing introduced in the Salesforce. And I have 50,000 trial head points, and I also completed these are the super badges, and I keep myself updated with ongoing Salesforce updates, and also I'm keep learning. So you should showcase that what and all you got. At the same time, you should show that learning attitude as well. Okay, so prepare in a kind of tell about yourself. That should sound like this. Next, be prepared for what is what question. What is that? What is what question? Okay, what is nothing but, so you are going to the interview. I am the interviewer. I'm going to ask you the first question. Okay, tell me what is cloud, because Salesforce is all about cloud. First of all, you should have the knowledge on cloud. Yes. Then tell me what is CR. Then tell me what is Salesforce. You said you learned Salesforce, you got trained in Salesforce, you are working in Salesforce. Now tell me what is Salesforce. Okay. Likewise, I will definitely ask you the questions on what is what. So what is what in the sense, if you want to know what are the topics they are going to ask you such question, simply go to AJ Skill Development, go to the curriculum. You see the topics here, right? These are the topics they are going to ask. What is cloud? What is CRM? What is record type? What is roll-up summary? What is OW? What is? You will definitely come up with what is for almost all the questions. To understand, as an employer, I want to understand whether you really got the proper understanding on that or not. So if you are AJ skill development trainees, kindly make sure you got access to the interview preparation folders. If you got access to the interview preparations folder, right, you can find the solution for all the what is what questions here. AJST interview questions. So we have come up with a lot of, we have put a lot of efforts in preparing this document. Okay, make sure you're going preparing a list of questions and answers in this document. All the what is what questions are there here. If you're outsiders and you are not part of AJ skill development trainees, just visit that website and you can prepare such questions by yourself. Okay, so make sure you prepare all this one. This is first thing. The next thing, be aware of Salesforce latest release and updates. Can anyone tell me what is the Salesforce latest release?
I think winter 21.
Good. Okay. What is the next release?
Lightning flows.
Next release
No.
will be the. Okay.
I think it would be spring 22, I guess.
22.
So no
Yeah,
worries.
spring.
If you
And then
always
summer.
have a if you always have a
Some-
questions, right? Salesforce latest release, such like this, will come up with the answer. And this is actually one classic blog. I would always recommend Salesforce Ben, where you can subscribe for notification and you can get all these kind of updates. So please be aware of which release is going on and which API version they are currently using, which Salesforce versions are using. So you should be aware of the basic of the latest thing happening around in the Salesforce. What is the latest topic they have released in this release? All that you can, yeah, Lightning flows is the topic, but within Lightning flows, they have introduced new things. Very recently, they have introduced about the Salesforce, Salesforce functions and all, right? So all that what you can do is you can go through the release notes. Release notes, nothing but, let me open this one, Winter 21. You will have the release documentation, and there are many new blogs would be there, or any blogs would be there where you can go and check what are the latest functionalities Salesforce has introduced, and try to attend Trailhead DX, I mean Dreamforce kind of thing. Okay, so that you will come to know what is the Salesforce is planning for, or what are the new things they are planning to introduce. Dreamforce. So you can attend such Dreamforce, and this is the release notes, but it's really a vast thing. But there are new bloggers or people who write about the notes, where you will find the highlights of what are all the list of new things being introduced in Salesforce. Okay. So make sure you got updated with the latest release as well as the latest version in Salesforce. Definitely, you will people will come up with such queries. Another thing, prepare well about the projects you worked and roles and responsibilities. If you are an experienced, if you say I'm an experienced person, I'm having experience in Java, I'm having experience in .NET, or I'm having experience in Salesforce itself. No matter of what, if you are an experienced person, prepare well about the project. Definitely you will have a question on it. Okay, tell about your project. Tell about for which client you worked on. What is the business? See, if you say I worked for an insurance company or some other e-commerce company or any company, okay, tell me about your business and where exactly the Salesforce is being used by your business. The sales or service or market or in the customization portal, where exactly, and what is your role in that project? If you said you work for this project and you said you are a Salesforce developer, tell me what are the enhancements you have done, or what are the other things you have done. So as a professional or experienced people, you should aware of the business of your project, and you should explain such thing. And you can also explain us either Salesforce or Java. You should know where exactly your technology is being used. Okay, so prepare well. And if you are a fresher who got trained in sales, I mean, in AJ skill development, make sure you prepare well on the case studies and which you worked on. Okay. So because there are most of the time we are going to refer you the companies, right? They will ask you this question. Okay, you said you got trained in AJ skill. Okay, tell about the projects you worked on or case studies you worked on or the latest do it yourself you worked on. Okay, all that they expect you to talk about what exactly you have done, for what purpose you have done, and how did you done. Simple. Next thing is prepare well on the challenges or exceptions you face technically and how did you overcome. It applicable for Salesforce people or the experienced people or freshers as well. Let's take as a Salesforce experienced professional. Okay, definitely I will ask you the question. Okay, you said you got 2 years or 3 years of Salesforce experience, right? Okay, in your last 2.5 years of Salesforce career, tell about some challenges you have faced and how did you overcome the challenges, or some exceptions, apex exceptions or batch exception or governor limit exceptions you faced, and what is the workaround you have done for those exceptions you should be aware of. Okay, and similarly if you are a fresher, you can tell those challenges and exception you face out of the case studies or use cases or the do it yourself you currently working on. Whenever you're going to do some use cases or case studies and you got stuck in between, you're getting help from the trainer or from your friend or from nearby, note down all the query and note down all the exceptions you face so that during the interview it will definitely help you. The next thing is prepare well about the best practices you follow for all the technical implementation. It's applicable for all. If you're going to write a trigger, if you're going to write a batch, if you're going to write an apex, or even if you're going to create a field, tell me what is the best practice you follow. Anyone? If you're going to create a field, what is the best practice you will follow? So no one?
Yeah,
Hmm.
the type of the field.
Give field description.
Exactly.
No, that,
One such best practice. Giving a description for the field is one such best practice. Okay. So for all configuration or customization part, that should be a best practice. If you're not aware, you can simply Google it. Best practices in Salesforce. You learned about it, implement that. Well, if you're part of the training, you are still learning, right? You try to follow all the best practices. You can write down all the best practices and you can paste it in the wall in front of you and you can start doing that. Okay, so definitely these are the key element you should prepare well before attending the interview, because during the interview you are going to get all these questions for sure. Okay, all right. If anybody have any queries, kindly note down all your queries. I'm just running through the slides and giving you the explanation. I will definitely help you with all your queries and I will address all your queries. Okay, kindly note down and we will come up with, we'll have a question session later. We can discuss. Okay. Okay, during the interview, anyway, they're going to ask those questions. Okay, after the interview, what I have to do? Simply going, even you did well, you never did well, and it went wrong, or it went not as you expected. No worries. Okay, life is not going to end by only one interview, 2 interview, or 3 interview. Actually, I worked for TCS. Okay, I worked for TCS. I attended my very first interview after my college, almost after 4.5 years. Okay, I worked for TCS for 4.5 years. Then I prepared something on the Salesforce. By the time I worked in Salesforce for almost 3 years. Okay, then I started appearing for an interview. The very first interview, I thought that I got all the knowledge in Salesforce. I attended an interview in L&T in Chennai. The very first interview went like anything. Whatever the questions they asked, I don't know. Because I in my last 3.5 years, I worked only in Apex. But they started asking about the configuration stuff, which I never worked. Okay, but being a Salesforce professional, you should have a strong knowledge on the configuration part. They told me like, Ashok, you told that you got 3 years of experience, but seems like you don't have. Okay, so try to, I mean, better luck next time. I got shocked. Yeah, I really worked for 3.5 years. I worked for TCS, and you are saying I never worked like that. Then what I did, I just come to home and noted down all the questions they asked. Fortunately, I have a good memory power or something, so I remember all the questions they asked, because if something they ask which we don't know, right? Definitely, I felt embarrassed, so I thought like that. So, and I noted down all the questions. I come home, I note down all the questions. What I did, I stopped attending the interview. Okay, I just started preparing all the questions which I left unanswered. Not only I just prepare like what is what. If they asked your report, I just not only prepare report type is something that helps you to differentiate the records between the same object. Not only that, I started implementing that. I create a record type and I check whether how it is works. I created page layer, how it works. Then I created a role summary. I mean, I created a dashboard. I checked how to work on the dynamic dashboard, how to put the dashboard in the home page. All those things, whatever they asked, I come back, I noted down, I worked on all the topics and I started implementing them. And with that, I started appear for the very next interview. Okay. And again, I got failed. Okay. Because this time they asked me all the questions in the customization. I prepared in configuration part, and I thought I got prepared for everything. Then I attended a Cognizant interview. I got failed because except the configuration, they started asking everything in the customization. Batch, trigger, best practices. What are the interfaces involved? What are the keywords you follow? Future method, asynchronous. All those questions I come up with. Actually, that is the very first time I'm getting all this question. Again, I come back home. I stopped attending the interview. I note down all the questions. I started preparing for all the customization part. Now, I thought, okay, technically we are strong. We have completed everything. Now appear for another interview. I attended a HCL. Again, I got failed. This time, technically, I sounded good. But the moment they started asking about my project, right, I don't have idea on it. Because all the day I worked for whatever the requirements given by the clients or whatever the requirements given my lead. I, no matter of what, if they ask me to write a batch, I put 2 hours of effort and I write a batch and give it to them. If they ask me to create a field, I create a field, give it to them. If they ask me to create a profile roles, I did it. See, I thought that being a Salesforce professional, knowing what is, the technical stuff and doing this technical stuff is enough. But when I started attending the interview, I realized that rather than being a technically equipped person, I should aware of my business well. The first question they asked me is, Ashok, tell about you. Okay. Next, tell about your project. What? What project? Okay. Then I told that I receive requirement. I will appear. I will complete this. No, Ashok, I'm not talking about this. Tell about the business for which you worked on. I worked for an insurance company. Okay. Tell about that company. I told them the name. Actually, it's not supposed to reveal that. I told their name. Okay. You told the name. Okay. What is this company is doing? What is their business? Where exactly they are using Salesforce and how your work is going to help them for their business. I got shocked. I'm applying for a Salesforce developer position, but you're asking all this question. Yes, without understanding the business, what you will develop, how you're going to create an impact to that business. Then I came back. This time I could not Google about it because this is all about business. What I did, I literally went to my manager itself one fine day. I told them, sir, I started appearing for an interview. He got shocked, first of all. What? You got started appearing for an interview? What happened, Ashok? So this is the thing, but don't shaka korenge. But he was a friendly guy. I told him, sir, this is the question they asked. They asked about the business. They asked about please help me with that. I want a clear interview. Yeah, I'm your manager and you're coming to me and asking all these things and you want me to give an answer. But that guy helped. He's a very nice guy. He helped with me all the theories. But not all the project managers are going to be like that. So don't worry. Okay. If you don't know the business now, try to learn the business at least by yourself. Know about your business and know where exactly you are using the Salesforce there. That is very important. So now I know my business, I know the configuration, and I know my work. The first interview, and after that, after quite a gap, I attended an interview in Accenture. Okay. I got clear. Then I attended for Thrive. I got clear. Then I attended for Technosoft, I got clear. Then I appeared for an interview on Sopra Steria, I got clear. By the time I left TCS, I got 10 offers in my hand and I got 150% of hike in 2018. This is my very first interview experience. Okay. So appearing the interview is not a issue. You can definitely get your resume clear. The moment they saw Salesforce professional 1 year, 2 year or fresher, definitely they will clear you. But if you got failed, don't stop with that. Okay. So see what went wrong with that interview. You can take like this. These are the list of questions they asked. You are aware that these are the questions, you are very confident about that. Just make ensure that you answer the right answer and take the list of other queries where you not at all have an idea. Start prepare on that. Okay. See, getting a job opportunity is our ultimate goal, but not at the cost of our time or our frustration and all. We should have a patience, especially in this time. Don't get frustrated just because you got rejected from your first interview. If you got rejected in the sense, see why you got rejected. Learn from your mistakes. Okay, the success is all about not only here, wherever you see, whatever the person you see who are all succeeded in their life, they have this simple formula. They have tried many times, but all the times what they would have done, they learn from the mistakes they have done, so that next time they correct all the mistakes, they do better. It is applicable for your Salesforce interview as well. If you have come up with the queries that you not at all having an idea, note down all the queries, work out on the queries rather than just getting the one line, 2 line answer. Start work on that particular query and then appear for an interview. Definitely you will clear the interview. And this formula worked very well for me. I hope it will work for you as well. Okay, this is something you should definitely do after the interview. So rather than the before interview preparation, after interview preparation also must. Don't stop with no, I attended the interview, this guy asked me all the questions which I don't know, I stopped attending the interview. Okay, don't do like that. And here's the important thing that I should you aware of. If you want, you can take a screenshot. Okay, I'm not sure. I try to circulate this particular PPT to all the people who are attending this session. Okay, you will definitely get the PDF from our end. Don't worry. And also, I will upload this video in the YouTube. You will get the links you will get a link as well. Okay, these are the list of topic, and one should aware of. You, even if you're going to appear as a fresher or a trained candidate or experienced candidate, some mandatory topics, these are the mandatory topics. Okay, both in admin and development. Unfortunately, I'm not here to give a guidance on QA or business analyst role. This is for pure admin and development. If you say, Ashok, I know all these topics, what you are showcasing in the slide, I know what is what. If the employer going to ask me to share the screen and give any requirement out of this topic, I can resolve that. If you have such confidence, you can blindly appear for any interview, but don't go without any of this. Ashok, out of this, I know only 10. Shall I attend the interview? No. It's big no. Only if you know all this, attend the interview. Maybe for freshers, I am not recommending Service Cloud basics, integration basics. Okay, but rest of the things you should aware, so that you can clear the interview, because nowadays you will see a lot of competition growing for the Salesforce, as well as the salary also going. That is a different thing. There's a huge scarcity going on in the market. Okay, so make sure you got the right knowledge on all this topic. Don't worry, all the AJ skill development trainees, you will receive this PDF as well as this video link, and all the attendees who attended or not attended, who were registered for this session, also get this link. Okay, you can very well go through that. Next come the important part, salary. What is the salary trend going in the market, especially when it comes to Salesforce? See, believe me, we have been interacting with almost 5 to 10 recruiters on the day, every day, just like how we interact with our trainees. This is what the outcome we got from them. We got to know that if you have some IT experience with you, right? Your IT experience into 5. That is the maximum budget the companies are now allocating. If you say you got 3 years of experience, you will definitely get 15 lakhs. Don't worry. I'm not saying this is not something I'm lying about it, or I'm not giving exaggerate. We have a proof for all these things. Okay, we have recruiters who have told about it and who have mailed about it. Okay, and that's a maximum package you can get, and the minimum package, your total IT experience into 3 lakhs. Okay, how to get that maximum package? You should have a certification. You should have a good trailblazer record, and you should have at least 1 or 2 offer in hand. Okay, so you have to be extreme in all those things, and you should be aware of lightning flows. You should be aware of LWC and should have experience. If you have all this, your total IT experience into 5 lakhs, definitely you can bargain and get it. For freshers, the companies are offering from 2.5 lakhs to 5.5 lakhs. If you are getting a least amount than 2.5, then check whether you got the topic knowledge on all these topic. If you have knowledge on all these topic and you can tell them what is what, and you can also showcase them or demonstrate on your technical skill set, right? Then don't compromise in this salary as a fresher. There are companies I know offering 1 lakh, 1.2 lakh, 1.3 lakh. Okay, because they have least budget. I cannot blame the company. They have least budget, but at the same time, they expect expectation is very minimal. They don't want the candidate to know all this topic. They know only few candidates. But if you are a candidate who knows everything, and you got a right talent, and you got a good communication skill, and you got a good presentation skill, and you got a good technical skill, don't compromise with this salary. You can go for 2.5 to 5.5 lakhs. But if you say, sir, I don't have a communication, I don't have idea on all the topics you see in that, but still I am badly need of opportunity. No options. You have to compromise on the salary part, but definitely you will get a job, but you have to compromise in the salary part. It will go for 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh, 1.8 lakh. Don't worry. Okay, you work for the company at least for 1 year or 2 years. You can groom your communication skill as well as the technical skill. By the time when you come out from the company, right, 2 years experience, 2 cross 5, definitely the company will have for 10 lakhs. Okay, the forecasting say at least for 2026 till 2026. This is not I'm saying, there is a forecasting that is going circulating in the internet. Until 2026, this is the trend. Okay, I think I have done with my lectures, and thank you so much for everyone for listening this patiently. And now open to your questions. And coming back to the questions, in the Zoom, you will see there is a raise hand option. You can raise the hand in the chat. I will go one by one. Okay. So I see Arshita raise the hand, Arun raise the hand. So let me go one by one. And before that, just give me a 30 seconds break. Let me have a water. Thank you. All right. Yes, Arshita, please go.
Yeah. Hi, Ashok. So my first question is, can I include real-time projects which I'm doing with, say, AJ Skills or something in my resume?
Okay. See, it's up to how you're going to project yourself. If you're going to project like Ashok, I'm going to project my profile as it is. Okay. This is the experience I got. This is the technology I worked on. Now I got trained in AJ skill and I'm doing this. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely you can keep it.
That's what.
And even if you want to keep some experience also, you can keep it, but make sure you are using that other one, the real-time projects, which and all we are having in the folders. You can definitely have this one, but make sure you got the understanding on the business and you got the understanding on the, technical part.
Yeah, like once after completing the real-time project, as I'm totally working on admin and into Apex knowledge, like if once after completing this real-time projects, I can mention that, right? Like in
Definitely
the
you can do
training.
it. Yeah.
Like whatever it is, like I got trained from so and so institute, and I got a real project from that, and this is what I've done. I can do that.
Exactly, exactly. Because Ashita, as of now, the trend is people don't mind about whether you got a actual experience or not. Even if you got the training experience, if you can, if you during the interview, if you can prove your skill set with this topic, right, they are ready to hire you. Very recently, I have posted about the openings in 3 MNCs. You can find that openings in our Telegram group itself.
Yeah.
So this is for all the AG skill development trainees. Anyone who completed these topics, even you need not to complete the real-time projects also. Anyone who complete all the topics with the case studies, right? You can very well reach me and I can refer you for the company. But before that, right, we will conduct a mock interview to ensure you got the understanding and the technical knowledge in all the topics. Suppose during the mock interview, if we identify you need further grooming, right, we will let you know. You can groom yourself and then you can come back and enter. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Arun Kumar.
Yeah, Ashok, நான் உங்களுக்கு தான் ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். LWC இப்போ ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் from your folder.
Okay.
So once complete, I can like reach you for the mock interview, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, Ashok.
Okay, thank you. So Ashita, Arun, if you don't have any queries, you can lower your hand. And Arjun, yes, Arjun.
Yeah, hi. So
Hello.
my exact problem here is I don't have practical knowledge. I'm not working on exact Salesforce real-time projects. So, but I have self-trained myself in Salesforce, like Trailhead, all these things. But when I have just appeared for interview, they in salary part I can't negotiate. Like they just I can crack the interview, but still they are just saying, okay, you need a real-time project. What you have learned is everything is a bookish knowledge. We don't care about it. We still treat you as a fresher. But I have 2 years of experience, so I can't demand myself more on the salary part. And in some parts, they may eliminating my resume actually because I don't have a real-time Salesforce project. So what I can do from my side so that I can put my effort.
See, if you say you got 2 years of IT experience, the maximum package you can get is 10 lakhs. And the minimum package you can get is 6 lakhs. Okay. The minimum package is, like you mentioned, maybe you got self-trained. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you skipped 1 or 2 topics out of this. In that case, yes, they will offer you least salary. But if you want to go for the top salary, right, make sure you got certified, you got at least a ranger rank, and you are aware of all these topic. If I'm going to give any requirement right from the day one, you should do that. You should not need any grooming from my end. You should be a kind of a ready to deploy resource. If you have groomed yourself in that way, then you can expect this maximum package, and companies are ready to offer.
But even if I don't have the real-time project, Salesforce real-time project.
That's what. See, if you say, Ashok, I don't have a Salesforce real-time project experience, but if you can give me a requirement in Lightning Web Component, I can deliver it. Okay. If you have that confidence and technical knowledge, right, definitely you can do. But one thing you have to note down here is such kind of a confidence or such kind of expertise will come only when you start doing the practices with real-time use cases. Okay. So you have 2 options. Either you can check with your friends who are already working in Salesforce. You can get the requirement from those friends and you can complete and you can ask them to review it. Suppose if you don't have such friends or opportunities, in AG skill development, we are conducting a project oriented courses, which means for those who already trained in these topic, we provide them the live use cases for them to practice, and we also correct their mistakes, and we also help them to prepare and appear for an interview. You can enroll for such courses. Either you can do self-study, or you can get the help of your friends, or you can get the help of from academy like us.
That's sounds good. And can you please send me your number actually in chat so that I can call you?
Those who want to enroll for the training, you can please visit AG Skill Development website. You will find that the number here. Yeah, here it is. 934450. You can reach them in WhatsApp or you can give them a call. Maybe you can call them after this session. All people are actually attending this session. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So others, any questions? Salman Faris. Yes, Salman.
Hi, Ashok. This is Salman.
Yes.
Is that Salesforce certification have any expiration?
Yes. Obviously, you have to maintain your certification. I think I have shown my. Okay, here it is. My. See, we have to do maintenance. Okay, the maintenance is nothing but see, my certification says it is active because I have done this maintenance here. The maintenance and all you can done in the trailheads itself. See, platform development maintenance. Every releases, you have to write the maintenance examination. It's nothing but complete, just like another trailhead module. Whatever the new things introduced in the Salesforce, they will create that as a trailhead module. We have to complete the trailheads. That's it. This is how you have to maintain it.
We need to
Okay.
write that exam again.
No, not exam. I'm talking about trailhead module. You have to complete the trailhead module, relevant modules.
Okay. And what is that 3 into certified and 4 into certified?
It means, see, I'm a 6X certified. Okay. How I can say I'm a 6X certified? Because I got 6 certification. That's 6. Okay. If you look at me, this is my profile. I got 6 certification, right? Then in my profile, I can keep like 6X certified.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ashok.
All right. Okay. Makeshwar.
This is Maheshwar Ashok.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Makeshwar.
Ashok, I have done my LinkedIn profile previously
Okay.
according to my mechanical background.
Okay.
And after completion of my post graduation, I came to Salesforce.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Okay.
And up to now, my LinkedIn profile will be according to my technical background only. Means it will be on mechanical only.
Okay.
According to Salesforce, how should I prepare that Salesforce? Shall I prepare an alternate profile for that, or else
No
shall I
need.
use
See,
same profile
Makeshwar,
only?
you got trained or you got self-study in Salesforce only, right? You can keep it as it. You can keep
Yeah.
your profile as it is, okay? And you can, for example, till 2020
Yeah.
worked in a mechanical company. From 2022 or 1 year, you are preparing on the Salesforce or in any academy or self-study, okay? You can mention the same, okay? No need to change anything. Suppose as an employee, if I come to know that you are from the different background, I'm absolutely okay to hire you until you have the expertise on all the topics I have just shown in the slides. Even if you're from any background, you have a career background, you have a career gap, no matter. Today, if I'm going to conduct an interview for you, if you can tell me what is what for all these topics and you can showcase your expertise on this one, I will hire you. But where exactly it is going to make a difference is on the salary part. They are going to treat you as a fresher and then they will give offer from 2.5 to 5.5. That yes, there are freshers getting 5.5 lakhs per annum. Okay. But you should have that expertise. If you should have a good knowledge on, and you should be a ready to deploy the resource, which means you don't need a further training from the company. In that case, the companies are ready to offer. So no matter, okay, you can keep your LinkedIn profile as it is and try to improve your expertise on these topics.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you. Okay, Santosh.
Hi, sir. So I'm currently working in TCS. I have 3
Mhm.
years of experience in working in TCS, but I have experience working in SAP. So
Okay.
now I wanted to change my technology to Salesforce, and I have been preparing for Salesforce also.
Mhm.
So while it comes to interview part, most of the Naukri profiles and LinkedIn job descriptions are asking for PD1 certification.
Okay.
So even while attending interviews also, they're asking for PD1 certified in case if it comes to developers.
Okay.
So how can I tackle the situation? I currently have admin certification alone, ADM 201 certified administrator certification alone.
Having a PD1 certification is an added advantage. I cannot say that's a mandatory thing. Okay. But that's an added advantage that's going to help you to negotiate the salary like this. Say, for example, having a 3 years SAP experience, even if you're going to keep 1 year or 2 years Salesforce experience, right? That is not. So even if you're going to have 1 year or 2 year experience with you in the Salesforce, no issues. But they're ready to offer 3x5 salary. Okay. But if you're having a certification, That's an added advantage for you. Let's take example. You are appearing for an interview, and there are 5 more folks also applying for that same position. Out of that 5, only one candidate is PD1 certified. In that case, we first choose that particular candidate, interview them. If that candidate is performing well, we will take them and we'll leave the rest 4. Suppose if he is not performing well, then only I will come to you. Okay, so having that certification is a kind of advantage in shortlisting your resume and to be called for an interview on the very first basis, because the clients are demanding. Okay, if I'm an IT company working, I'm a TCS or Cognizant, it is not I'm going to give you the job. Okay, the client to whom I'm going to deploy you, they are the one going to give you the job. So they have the requirements like this. Having a PD1 or a Salesforce admin certification is really an added advantage for any experienced professional to negotiate on the salary part, as well as to get shortlisted on the resume or to be called on the interview for the first time. If you find that you are applying for most of the interviews and you got the skill, but the companies are not calling you again, right? There is a chance like this. They have already identified the person. So my recommendation, being an experienced professional, do the certification. It's a matter of 1 week effort. If you know all the topics, it's a matter of 1 week effort. All that you have to prepare complete the super batches, prepare the questions, and you can easily appear for the certification. You can easily click. Certification is not at all a big deal here, but only thing is you have to pay 16,000 from your pocket. Okay, but comparing to the amount you are going to get as a salary, that 16 is very negligible. If you still say, sir, I don't have money and still how can I do the certification? Okay, you can get a loan. Get a loan from your friend or from your family, or you even do a loan from the credit card. Prepare well, appear for the certification, clear it, get a very good job opportunity. You will be in the position to give a loan for many. Okay, so comparing to the output you are going to get out of it is this certification costs are very negligible. So you cannot tackle the situation. What I would suggest as an experienced professional, try to complete the certification, then appear for interview. But at the same time, if you say, sir, I'm a fresher, do I need a certification? Not at all required. No company is demanding the fresher to be certified. If the companies are demanding the certified freshers now, they won't get such freshers. And the companies are well aware of it. So being a fresher, you need not to have a certification. But being a fresher, if you're having the certification, that will definitely help you in salary negotiation. If the company says, I will offer only 3 lakhs, you can tell them, I'm a certified PD1 developer. I want a 4 lakhs package. You can demand that. Okay. So this is how the certification makes a difference.
Sir, I have another question. So is there any options to filter out the recruiters alone in LinkedIn?
Recruiters alone, I don't think so. Please check. Maybe there is a section called people. Okay. But I don't think there is a section called recruiters.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Rajkumar Shekhar.
Hi, Ashok. Thank you for giving such opportunity to ask the question. So basically, I posted the resume and I got an interview with a couple of companies. So basically what they're asking is they request to write a code. So basically I written the code. Okay. So slowly they are keep on increasing the code level. For example, first they just giving the record creation, very minimal, simple code, the notepad, which we have done it, cracked it. And next part they done bit, like handling the multiple objects, how we are traveling to child to parent and parent to child. Even we can, I cracked it and it goes well. The third part is something like bulkification, like if having how we are handling the more records in such a way. Even that one, I just done it, but what the recruiter is saying, the sense like you have to be optimized it. They are not happy with the code which we are written in. Okay, so how to tackle such kind of scenarios? Because this is what I get stuck.
The one which you are talking about, the bulkification, optimization, is all comes under the best practices. And one classic example, suppose if you're going to write a trigger, okay, the trigger itself an automation that going to fire for all the insert, update, and delete. Okay, so we have to bypass the trigger for unwanted executions. And similarly, unwanted for loop, unwanted if loop, or unwanted SOQL statement, we have to avoid. We have to see how to optimize the code. For example, if a fresher can write the code for 200 lines, as an experienced professional, they can write the same code for 40 to 60 lines. Okay, the coding is not all about just keep on coding. The coding is all about optimizing it as well, being a professional. Okay, so optimizing the code is a kind of expectation from the experienced professional. Okay, they don't expect from the freshers, but you are going to keep some experience with you and you're going to appear for an interview. They will definitely expect you to optimize the code. So optimizing, again, nothing but how to minimize the code. For example, you are going to copy paste the same percent of coding again and again. Instead of that, what you can do, you can create a one function and you can better call that function from the method itself. This is one level, one kind of optimization. And similarly, if every time if you have to query some data from the object, instead of having that as a SOQL, you can put them in the custom metadata and you can get them, because custom metadata will avoid that SOQL statement errors. So these are the things we have to consider, and this will come as part of your coding best practices.
Okay, okay, sure. Because I came across 2 interviews. Due to this, I was unsuccessful. So
no,
yeah,
see, this is
the-
what you have to identify. You now you got some clear understanding, right? Okay,
Yes.
I attended the interview. Till that, I'm able to crack it, and this is the part I don't have idea. When they started asking about bulkification, optimization, I don't have idea. Have that point and start preparing on that. How to bulkify the code, how to optimize the code, what are the best practices we have to follow while writing the code. You can do that. Start practicing on that.
And one more thing, Ashwin, like, sorry, Ashwin, Ashok, like, they're asking for the LWC component. I said, like, I don't have the hands-on experience because my current project, you know, still we are handling with the VF pages. I don't get the opportunities of handling it. But what they're saying in the sense, they're looking for some hands-on experience candidates. So how to tackle this kind of, you know, like recruiters?
You can see that's what you cannot tackle them, because the LWC is going to be like a kind of mandatory stuff in all the interview. Better check with your mates who are already working in IT and especially Salesforce and LWC. Get the requirement from them and then start work on it, and you can also get a review from them. If you don't have such friends to get a support, you can join AJ Skill Development Academy only for projects. We provide help you with a lot of use cases and project, especially on LWC and other such part. You can do it, and we will review that part later. You have 2 options. If you want to go with unpaid one, you can get some acquaintance, friends help, and you can get them help you to clear all this thing. Else, we have to get support from academy like this.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Ash.
No problem. Thank you. Hey, hi, Sanjeev.
Yeah, hi, Ashok.
Hi.
Actually, I have a query. Actually, my overall IT experience is 4 years, but that wasn't actually in mainframe. In interview, should I project myself as experience, or just trained in Salesforce?
I would recommend go with trained in Salesforce, because being an IT professional, you're already see, when it comes to an interview for people like you, right, it's a 50-50, which means 50% we look for a typical IT experience, which means communication, the way you handle the customers, the way you respond to the emails, and the way how you work as a team player. That matters a lot when it comes to IT. Another 50% is your technical skill set. Okay, so being a 4 years experienced candidate, okay, whatever the CTC you are having, right from the CTC, you can expect 40% of hike, even though you can mention as you got trained in from, you got interest in Salesforce and you got trained in this academy, and you have done these case studies as part of your training. Okay, we call such candidate as a cross-trained candidates, because a lot of big companies like TCS, Cognizant are doing like this only. They have people, they don't have projects, or they will put them on the bench. Instead of that, they will do the cross training and they will put them in the project. Okay, instead of going to get the people like that, they are going to get you. But don't worry, they will definitely help you with minimum 40% hike. The maximum hike that will go, that depends upon your interview performance and having the certification in hand, completed super badges and trial head points. Okay.
Yeah.
Companies are ready to offer you huge lump sum package for people who are cross-trained as well. In fact, companies are nowadays hiring cross-trained people alone. The reason is, let's take example. Assume that you are a 4 years Salesforce trained, 4 years Salesforce candidate. You are getting an offer from me, in the sense, for sure you will not join to the same company, because as a 4 years resource, you will start do the shopping for the next 60 days or 30 days or 90 days in your notice period. You will have 10, 12, 13 or 15 package with you. Okay. Never, you will choose best among them and you will join. But now companies, as a cross-trained professional, what you will do? Okay. If you get an opportunity, definitely you will join the company, because getting you, from your point of view, you think that like your career is at stake, because all that you want to get into the project immediately. From the company point of view, they want someone who should join the company for sure. Okay. So make sure you are grooming your technical skills. That is matters a lot. So don't worry about this thing. You can keep 4 years as it is. If possible, get a certification. If not, no issues. You can directly keep like I got trained in Salesforce. I know all these topics.
Yeah.
These topics. Okay. And you can appear for a mock interview with us. And during the interview, we'll shape up you. And since you are part of Aegis Skill Development Academy, we have multiple openings currently available. The moment you come and say, Ashok, I have done with LWC and all the topics you have shown in the slide other day, you can ask me any question. I will tell what is what. And even if you want me to share the screen and write a code, I can do it.
Yeah.
Then the very next moment, I can blindly share your profile to all the recruiters who are approaching us. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I have one more doubt. Actually, my last working day is October 18th. So is it good to have a career break? Like actually, I could while during my notice period, I can't fully work with Salesforce. Like I can't train. Is it have like one? If I take 1 month time, is it fine, or will it affect something?
Absolutely fine. There are candidates having 10 years of career gap. Believe me, and this is not I'm exaggerating or something. This is a story happened in Aegis Skill itself, and I have posted it in the group and LinkedIn as well. 10 years of career gap. At least you got experience in IT and you are going to have a gap for 1 month or 2 months. This candidate is actually completely non-IT, worked as an attendant in the hospital. Okay. They got a career gap, which means from the attendant position, because of marriage and family, child, it's a lady, and she got a career gap. She came here, learned Salesforce. Now she got opportunity in Deloitte. Okay, and you can find her profile and details in our LinkedIn pages itself. So career gap is not at all an issue at this point of time. Okay, provided you have the technical skill set in all this topic.
Yeah, fine.
So, and again, when you come to 1 month and 2 months are very negligible, especially in this COVID situation and all, you can very well tell them like medical issues. I left the job and now I focus on the Salesforce. Likewise, you can mention 1 month, 2 months, not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, okay, fine. Got it.
Okay. If anybody have any queries, please raise your hand. And those who already got the queries answered, please lower your hand. Murugan.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, Murugan, I can hear you.
Sir, this is Siraj, sir.
Let me go with Murugan, Siraj. I am going one by one. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Murugan.
Hi, Ashok. So I have a question regarding salary expectation.
Okay.
So for example, let's say I have 5 years of experience in IT, in MNC, which includes
you are
3 years of
breaking,
experience.
Murugan. Your voice is breaking. Hello.
Is it audible? Hello.
Murugan, your voice is breaking. Do one thing. You put your queries in the chat. I think you are having unstable internet. You can put your question in the chat. We'll check and revert.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Murugan. Still, you are breaking. Okay. You can put the question in the chat. I will go one by one. So, Prashant.
Yes, sir. Sir, can we mention tailored projects on resume?
Trailhead projects. You're talking about the super batches.
No, there
Hello,
are some
Prashant?
modules of projects.
Hello, Prashant, am I audible? Yes,
Yes,
Prashant, tell me which projects you are talking about.
there are some modules of projects on Trailhead. Hello.
See, Trailhead itself, you are going to tell them via your Trailblazer profile. Okay, no need to mention that explicitly out of it. I hope you are part of AJ skill development training, right? You can mention the topics, I mean, the projects which we are providing, and you can mention the same. I have done training in AJ skill development for 3 months or 4 months. These are the projects I worked on. These are the use cases I worked on. You can mention that.
Can we mention case studies?
That's what you can very well mention.
Okay.
Don't worry. Once you are done with your resume, right, you can very well come to us. We will review your resume, and then you can appear.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Praneeth Reddy. Praneeth is still there. Okay, you asked some question. Should I have a certificate after completing the course? If anybody part of AJ skill development training program, if you request, we will provide you the course completion certification. Don't worry. And we'll also help you with the background check for the courses, as this particular candidate was studied with us for 3 months or 4 months. Okay, thank you. Indrajit.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Indrajit.
Yeah. So my question was like, I have total 6 years of experience in IT. Okay. But that is not from Salesforce background. So now I am learning Salesforce. So when I went to Naukri and updated my, like, I am interested in Salesforce now. So I'm started getting calls, but that are related to Salesforce lead, counting my experience as 6 years. So how should
Then
I
that's
Naukri?
no. That is something wrong with the recruiters who are approaching you. Okay, that is what we can say. As if you are clearly mentioned that you have 6 years IT experience and you are a Salesforce fresher,
okay,
you have to tell them straightforward that I'm having an IT experience, but I'm a cross-trained candidate. Okay. Likewise, you can mention. See, there are a lot of companies that are ready to hire cross-trained candidates. Nowadays, they are hiring only cross-trained candidates alone due to that attrition rate. So don't worry about that. See, ignore the Naukri and the other things here. There are a lot of, you can follow LinkedIn. You can reach the people in LinkedIn, and you can reach the recruiters, and you can very well ask them. And you have to make sure one thing, because being a cross-trained candidate, don't take chances. Prepare well, then attend. Okay.
Yeah.
The very first impression is very important.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Mohammed Siraj.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. My question is actually after my graduation, I had a 2.5 years experience in my stream related job. So currently, I'm learning Salesforce for myself. When come to interview, if I if I put my previous experience 2.5 years, that does companies are considered for fresher or experience, sir?
Fresher in Salesforce. Okay. You said you are already having experience in some other field, not in IT, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have a IT experience, they will consider you as a fresher in IT and a fresher in the Salesforce. They will offer a package from 2.5 to 5.5 lakhs. But the 2.5 to 5.5, that depends upon your interview performance, having a certification, good trailhead points, having a hands-on practice.
Yeah.
It includes everything.
Yeah, another thing is actually by the previous right now company giving actually I'm a service engineer, so giving service through by using Salesforce. I am an end user, sir, in this company, so I have knowledge in that Salesforce. So can I mention? Can I if I mention that, is there any advantage will come?
See, if you want to keep like having 1 year or 2 year experience, you can keep. But make sure you have a document supporting the same and background check supporting the same, and you have a knowledge supporting the same. As long as you have everything, you can keep like that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Okay, Gayatri.
Hello.
Yes, Gayatri.
Sir, how will come to know, sir, the date of PD1 certificate and all, sir?
You're talking about the maintenance.
No, sir. I'm having 8-year gap. Even I didn't work even a single company.
Okay.
I'm a 2014 passed out, sir.
Okay.
Just now I joined in AGS to government.
Okay.
I want to know the exam date, how they will conduct.
For exam you can apply for any day. Even if you want to write an exam today or tomorrow, you can write. So it is not like there is a date like number TNPC, UPSC, there will be a date. In that date, we have to appear. Not like that. It's on demand. The moment you want to appear for an exam, you can do.
Oh, it's our convenient, correct, sir?
Yes. Yes, correct.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Sir, in regarding an interview preparation, if I'm going to apply for fresher, other than Salesforce, they are going to ask some aptitude test or group discussion like that. I have to
that depends on the company, Kingla. There are certain companies they want to do aptitude test. There are certain companies they will do group discussion and there are certain companies don't have time to do all these things. So they will just check your technical skill and communication skill and they will hire you. So don't put much efforts on doing the aptitude and all. Okay, not all the companies are going to ask you the aptitude, but practicing the aptitude is definitely going to help you, not only from the interview point of view, from the IT point of view, because that will definitely help you to sharpen your skills in terms of logical thinking, as well as how quickly you turn around for the problems. So if you want to practice aptitude now, you will definitely do. If you say I'm a fresher, do I need to practice aptitude? I will recommend, yes, whenever you have time, please you can practice the aptitude as well. That will definitely help you being an IT professional. Believe me, I'm an aptitude trainer, okay, back in 2012 to 2013. That really helped me a lot during my TCS days, because that is my very first company, and there are a lot of problems, not relevant to only the programming, they're relevant to other such things. Those aptitude questions and practice help me with different approach. Even today, I'm handling people of you all well aware of. We are handling near of 600 plus folks, and I'm managing a company. Those aptitude practice actually still helping me with many such things. So having an aptitude knowledge is really good, but I cannot say that it's a mandatory for Salesforce.
Okay. Sir, can you help me on that aptitude, sir?
See, as part of the training contract, there is no such thing. We don't provide training on aptitude, or we don't provide training on the aptitude part. Okay, you have to do that on the self-learn.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Nisha.
Hello, sir. Sir, actually, I'm having experience of around 2.5 years of IT, within which I am having experience of 1.5 as admin. So, but that experience is around 2 years back. After that, I have a gap of 2 years now. So I am studying Salesforce, learning Salesforce since 3-4 months, and I did PD1 and admin certifications. So, sir, my first question is that how much difficult for me it would be to enter the IT industry in Salesforce as a developer right now? And the second question is, sir, I am having a worry that how to explain the project of a dev, because I worked in in admin project at that time in my previous company, Accenture, but I haven't worked in any dev project. So can you please help me out on these two questions?
Great. The first thing is you said from the difficulty point of view, you have to note down all this topic. Make sure you are aware of all this topic and you got hands-on practice on all the topics.
Yeah.
If you have hands-on knowledge on all these, you don't have to worry about that. Next thing, having a gap or having the thing is never mind. People are not going to mind about that. During that interview, if you perform well, if you know this topic, and if I'm going to share your screen and ask you to do the use cases, you have to do it. As you have to clearly mention in your resume saying that this is what I know. Okay, don't put exaggerate. Okay, you can put like, I know only admin and I have practice development. Then I am going to give you some small use cases for you to showcase. But if you're going to keep like, I'm having 1 year experience, 2 year, definitely I will give you a little bit hard use cases for you to showcase. Okay, but one thing is that will definitely you can find the changes in the salary part. They will consider you as a beginner, as a fresher. For a beginner or fresher, this is a salary package.
Okay. Sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So one more in part here. I also need to learn LWC. Is it the mandatory part as of now to learn?
Yes, exactly. Lightning flows and LWC is a mandatory part. You should have a knowledge. At least if you say, no, I don't have LWC, but make sure you have a Aura components.
Sure, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Okay, we are almost in the end of the session. Where யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது doubt இருக்கா?
அசோக்.
சொல்லுங்க வெண்ணிலா.
ஆக்சுவலா எனக்கு தெரியல உங்களுக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்கா, நான் வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணது வந்து மார்ச்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். பட் ஜூன் வரைக்கும் ஆன் அண்ட் ஆஃப் கேஸ் ஸ்டடிஸ் அட்மின் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். அண்ட் தென் ஈவன் ஐ டுக் மை அட்மின் சர்டிஃபிகேஷன். பட் ஒரு 1 மார்க்ல போயிருச்சு அந்த இது. ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறமா என்னால எடுக்க முடியல. ஏன்னா ஸோ திரும்ப நான் வந்து இப்போ வந்து ஃபுல் ஃபிளெஜ்டா அதுல பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கறதுனால இப்போ நான் உங்களோட கேஸ் ஸ்டடிஸ் நான் நினைக்கிறேன் திரும்ப ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல இருந்து ஃபுல்லா கேஸ் ஸ்டடிஸ் வந்து ஒரு தடவை ஒரு பண்ணிடலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நான் கேஸ் ஸ்டடிஸ் முடிச்சுட்டு என்னோட ரெஸ்யூம் நான் இது பண்ணேன். ஐ மீன் அப்டேட் பண்ணிட்டேன். அப்படின்னா நான் இருக்கிறது வந்து யூரோப், பெல்ஜியம். அதாவது உங்களோட ஏஜ் ஸ்கில்ஸோட டைப்
கம்பெனிஸ்ல வந்து we can get help you with internship. Yes,
yeah, internship. But is it possible to get it because I live here, and is it possible to work from home and on site?
See, at this point of time it is going to be a remote position. Okay, having a internet and having a browser is itself enough for you to work from anywhere. But one difficult thing you will find it is the timings. ஏன்னா அவங்க வந்து இந்தியன் கம்பெனிஸ்ங்கும் போது they will align with the Indian timings. உங்களுக்கு அது செட் ஆகுதான்னு பாத்துக்குங்க. ஏன்னா they will expect you to available for the Indian. Just because அவங்க வந்து unpaid அப்படிங்கறதுனால நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியாதுன்னா we cannot take it for granted. அதாவது ஒரு நாள் கனெக்ட் பண்றது, ஒரு நாள் this is something a bitter experience we had with some of the previous trainees. We put a lot of efforts in getting them the internship. Getting such internship itself a difficult thing. We got them the internship, but the people got the attitude of like அவங்க வந்து ஃப்ரீயா தானே நம்ம அவங்களுக்கு பண்ணி தரோம், எல்லா நாளும் கனெக்ட் பண்ண வேணாம். They will give some random reasons and they connect on and off. One day they will terminate from their intern position. And we also stopped suggesting them other such opportunities because every day they will come up with some reasons. So getting an internship it's a difficult thing, but still we will try our level best and definitely help you with it. But make sure whoever, this is for everyone, whoever getting such opportunities, utilize that opportunities very well. At least work for a minimum 3 months and provide your support. But to get into such internship, right, you need to make sure if you are an admin or developer, okay, make sure all the mandatory topics you covered and you practiced and you got reviewed from the trainer. Only then it is an eligibility. We have to start looking for the clients who are looking for the trained candidates. And who knows, during the internship period, if you work really well, right, there is a chance they will hire you. 1 monthly hire ஆன கேண்டிடேட்ஸும் இருக்காங்க, நல்லா பண்றாங்க. they replace the experienced professional. We have such a story as well. ஓகேங்களா, this has happened for many of the US based trainees who are currently studying with AJ skill. Now they are become the full-time employee for those organizations. So அதனால whatever the opportunities come on your way, this is for all the trainees, make sure you are utilizing the opportunities with utmost sincerity. That is what lacking in most of the people. So அதனால எல்லாருமே என்ன பண்ணுங்கன்னா, உங்களுக்கான நிறைய வாய்ப்புகள் வந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும், அது ப்ராப்பரா யூஸ் பண்ணீங்க. Definitely, Vanilla, kindly complete the important topics we have shown in this PDF. Okay, sorry, PPT. இதை முடிச்சுட்டு ஒரு மார்க் இன்டர்வியூ மட்டும் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க. During the interview, we will come to know உங்களுக்கு இன்னும் grooming தேவைப்படுதா இல்ல this is enough for you to appear for an interview or intern. Definitely நம்ம சைடுல இருந்து என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா உங்களுக்கு ரெஃபர் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம்.
Okay, and one more thing in the PPT, நான் இப்ப பார்க்குற PPT ல வந்து like now I enrolled for admin, okay,
Okay.
initially. And
Okay.
so I have done till the reports and dashboards. And when I was asking about the sandbox deployment, it was something like நீங்க வந்து அதை ஏதோ அக்சஸ் கொடுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு இது வந்தது. அதுக்கப்புறமா வந்து அது நான் 2-3 வாட்டி கேட்டேன். பட் அதுக்கப்புறமா வந்து எல்லாம் நீங்களும் பிஸியா இருந்தீங்க, நாகராஜ் சார் பிஸியா இருந்தாங்க. அப்புறமா நானும்
சாண்ட்பாக்ஸ் அக்சஸ் சொல்றீங்களா?
சாண்ட்பாக்ஸ் டிப்ளாய்.
ஓகே, சாண்ட்பாக்ஸ் அக்சஸ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் உங்களுக்கு சப்போர்ட் நம்பர் அனுப்பியிருப்பாங்க. யூ ஹேவ் தி சப்போர்ட் நம்பர் வித் யூ இல்லீங்களா?
இல்ல நான் வந்து ஆக்சுவலா ஒரு தடவை நான் Q&A செஷன்லயே கேட்டேன், இதுக்கு வந்து சாண்ட்பாக்ஸ் டிப்ளாய்மெண்ட்டுக்கு பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு. அதுக்கப்புறமா நானும் ஒரு சில பர்சனல் ரீசன்ஸ் நான் இந்தியா போக வேண்டியிருந்தது. ஸோ நான் இமிடியேட்டா நான் கிளம்புனதுனால
there should be a communication gap. நான் உங்களுக்கு என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, we have உங்களுக்கு if you are part of the Telegram channel அப்படின்னா உங்களுக்கு இந்த நம்ம சேனல்ல வந்து
நோ நான் வந்து இப்போ என்ன நான் நினைக்கிறேன்னா, I prefer to do the admin part of case studies from the first, I mean like ஃபுல்லாவே நான் திரும்ப பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு யோசிக்கிறேன். because it's been I have a gap and because நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி இந்த டாபிக்ஸ் எல்லாம் எனக்கு வந்து நான் ரொம்ப நல்லாவே தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா இட்ஸ் பெட்டர் டு டூ இட் அகைன், ஐ திங்க் சோ. ஸோ ஏற்கனவே பண்ணிருக்கிறதுனால ஐ திங்க் இட் வுட் பி a big deal. ஸோ as well, ஸோ இதுக்கப்புறமா நீங்க சொல்றீங்க இல்லையா, அந்த சாண்ட்பாக்ஸ் டிப்ளாய்மெண்ட்ல இருந்து நான் வந்து இந்த டாபிக்ஸ் எல்லாம் I didn't even come across those topics. Okay, so how can I ஏன்னா நான் வந்து அட்மின் மட்டும் தான் நான் என்ரோல் ஆகியிருந்தேன். ஸோ
உங்களுக்கு நீங்க கொஸ்டின் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கிளியராவே சொல்லுங்க. உங்களுக்கு இந்த டாபிக்ஸுக்கு நான் எங்க போய் எடுக்கணும், எங்க போய் படிக்கணும், இதுதான் உங்களோட கொரி, கரெக்டா?
எஸ், அதுதான் சொல்றேன். இல்ல நீங்க வந்து
உங்களுக்கு if you enrolled for admin அப்படின்னா go to the folder. the folderல you have an index file. in index file வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா whatever the course you enrolled for admin you have to, உங்களுக்கு வந்து எது வரைக்கும் இருக்கு, day 14 வரைக்கும் இருக்கு. சாண்ட்பாக்ஸ் அண்ட் டிப்ளாய்மெண்ட்ஸ் வரைக்கும் எல்லாத்துக்குமே அக்சஸ் இருக்கணும். இல்ல அசோக் எனக்கு இதுக்கு அக்சஸ் இல்ல அப்படின்னா kindly check with the support team. they will definitely give you the relevant access.
நோ அசோக், நான் சாண்ட்பாக்ஸ் டிப்ளாய்மெண்ட் வரைக்கும் எனக்கு இருக்குது. நான் வந்து என்ன கேக்குறேன்னா, நீங்க வந்து இந்த அசின்க்ரோனஸ் அந்த டெவலப்மெண்ட் பார்ட்டும் இந்த பிபிடி அது வந்து தேவையில்லை தானே? நோ ப்ராப்ளம் தானே? நான் இப்ப எனக்கு அது தெரியாது.
அது வந்து அட்மினுக்கு வந்து தேவைப்படாதுங்க. இது வந்து நான் அட்மின் அண்ட் டெவலப்மெண்ட் ரெண்டுமே சேர்ந்து இருக்கு. அதாவது ஸ்கில் சர்வீஸ் கிளவுட் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் அட்மின். இது சர்வீஸ் கிளவுட்க்கு கீழ இருந்து உள்ளது எல்லாமே பாத்தீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ்
டெவலப்மெண்ட். ஓகே ஓகே தென் எனக்கு இந்த இது நான் பண்ணிடுறேன். as well இன்னொரு என்னன்னா, டெவலப்மெண்ட் வந்து அதாவது வீக்கெண்ட் பேட்ச் வந்து ஒரு டெவலப்மெண்ட் ஒரு பேட்ச் போயிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. சோ நான் அதை பத்தி உங்ககிட்ட கொஞ்சம் விசாரிக்கணும். ஷலை
ஆக்சுவலா அந்த பேட்ச் வந்து நாளையோட முடியுதுங்க உங்களுக்கு.
ஓகே, நான் வந்து விசாரிச்சப்போ உங்களோட இதுல அட்மின்ல இருந்து யாரோ ஒருத்தவங்க பேசுனாங்க, இப்போ ஆரம்பிச்சே வந்து 2 வீக்ஸ் தான் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க.
கரெக்ட். உங்களுக்கு வந்து வீக்கெண்ட்ஸ்ல வந்து தமிழ் செஷன்ஸ் நம்ம எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கோம் இல்லையா, அதாவது கைண்ட் ஆஃப் காம்ப்ளிமெண்டரி செஷன் தான் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கோம் உங்களுக்கு. அது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க ஐ ஹோப் யூ ஆர் பார்ட் ஆஃப் திஸ் தமிழ் சேனல் இல்லீங்களா? தமிழ் குரூப்ல இருக்கீங்க தானே?
நீங்க சொல்றது வந்து லைட்னிங் ஃப்ளோஸ் இதுவா இல்லனா வந்து
இல்லங்க, சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ் தமிழ்னே ஒரு குரூப் இருக்கு, இதுல இருக்கீங்களா நீங்க?
ஐ திங்க் இல்லன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
இல்லன்னா சப்போர்ட் டீமுக்கு மெசேஜ் பண்ணுங்க, உங்களுக்கு அந்த லிங்க் தருவாங்க. we have a session today. எல்லா வீக்கெண்டும் நடந்துட்டு இருந்த செஷன் தான். இன்னைக்கு கூட செஷன் இருக்கு. 5:30க்கு ட்ரிகர்ஸ் இருக்கு. நாளைக்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 5:30க்கு அபெக்ஸ் பேட்ச் இருக்கு. சோ நாளையோட நவம்பர் எண்டோட என்ன பண்றோம்னா இந்த வீக்கெண்ட் பேட்ச் வந்து க்ளோஸ் ஆகுது. ஃபியூச்சர்ல we are planning for such sessions. அப்படி இருக்கும்போது உங்களுக்கு you will get a notification. but make sure உங்களுக்கு எல்லா நோட்டிபிகேஷனுமே பிரைவேட்டா வாட்ஸ்அப் அனுப்பிட்டு தான் இருக்கும். சோ அந்த நோட்டிபிகேஷன்ஸ் வந்து நீங்க மிஸ் பண்ணாம மட்டும் பாருங்க.
ஓகே ஷூர். ஓகே, சோ இப்போ நீங்க இப்போ டெவலப்மெண்ட் திரும்ப தமிழோ இல்ல இங்கிலீஷோ டெவலப்மெண்ட் லைவ் ட்ரைனிங் ப்ரோக்ராம் ஆரம்பிக்கணும்னா எப்ப ஆரம்பிப்பீங்க?
இல்லங்க, as of now we don't have a plan till this year end. உங்களுக்கு ஆல்ரெடி எடுத்த ட்ரைனிங்கோட வீடியோஸ் வந்து உங்களுக்கு டிரைவ்ல இருக்கும். நீங்க அதை கோ த்ரூ பண்ணிட்டு அதோடைய Q&A செஷன்ஸ்க்கு நீங்க தாராளமா ஜாயின் பண்ணி டவுட் கிளாரிஃபை பண்ணிக்கலாம். சரி, ஈவன் தோ இஃப் யூ அட்டெண்டிங் such லைவ் செஷன்ஸ் என்ன இருக்குன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஒரு டிசிப்ளின்டா இந்த டைம்ல செஷன் நடக்கும்னு சொல்லிட்டு நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க, உட்காருவீங்க. அது ஒண்ணுதான் ஒரு இஷ்யூவா இருக்கும். பட் மத்தபடி மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த டைம் அந்த செஷன்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா யாரும் பெரிய லெவல்ல இன்டராக்ட் பண்றதே கிடையாது. So that's the reason எங்களால என்ன பண்ணோம்னா very regularly ஒரு live sessions அடிக்கடி எடுக்க முடியல and very difficult to get the trainers ஓட availability. As you know, எல்லாருமே all the senior developers அவங்க வீட்ல போய் பாத்தீங்கன்னா 3 லேப்டாப் வச்சுட்டு உட்கார்ந்திருப்பாங்க. They are working for 3 different companies. ஓகேங்களா? ஏன்னா this is a situation happening in India. All the Salesforce professionals who are experienced, they are having 2 or 3 laptops with them. They are working for 2 to 3 companies and they're getting the same. Okay, in this time it is getting the availability of them for the training is very tough task for us. That's the kind of a challenge we are going on. In fact, we stopped kind of a few online sessions and new admissions for the same. So we try to engage such session. If you are doing such session, Abhina, we'll definitely keep you posted.
Okay, sure. Okay, then thank you.
Okay, all right. So வேற யாருக்கு ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கப்பா? இன்டர்வியூ பத்தி யாருக்கா டவுட் இருக்கா? கிளாஸ் ரூம் ட்ரைனிங்ல இருந்து ஒருத்தரும் ஜாயின் பண்ணலன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். சோ அவங்கள தனியா கவனிச்சுக்கலாம், பாத்துக்கலாம். வேற யாருக்காவது டவுட் இருக்கா? சொல்லுங்க.
In this training session, there will be an one-to-one session or a batch wise?
Okay, the training methodology is entirely different, Salman. Kindly visit AJ Skill Development website. You will find our contact number. You can reach them. They will schedule a call, separate call for you to explain the training details.
Okay, and also I need to know one doubt like
yes.
Salesforce is still in demand while Java developers, SQL developers, front end all comes into this Salesforce market.
Yes,
is it still in booming or what?
Yes. As I told, until 2026, this is the trend. That is the forecasting. See, very simple. You visit Salesforce website first. Okay, see the list of products they are supporting. Previously, it was 1 or 2 products. Now, almost all the industry, okay, they have started using Salesforce. So obviously, the demand is going high, and as the demand goes high, the customer goes high. This will go high, and one point of time, this will definitely saturate, we hope. But until 26, right? 2026, this is the trend.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay, Sasi.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sasi. Solunga.
From an interviewer, I got a question like, apart from your mechanical department, whether you know Java or other related programming. They have been asking related to that. So for that, what I have to do?
So if you learned Apex and all, you can tell them, apart from that, I learned Apex. Then I learned HTML. I learned CSS because that is part of our curriculum, right? Okay. So once you learned all this programming language, you can tell them. From the Salesforce point of view, I learned Apex, and which is a OOPS programming, and I learned HTML, which is a UI. I learned CSS. I learned JavaScript because that is part of our curriculum. You are going to learn. You can tell them.
They have been asking that you have to know basics of about C and C. You have to know about C programming. It will be
necessary and not needed. You don't have to go back and learn C and C++ and all. You learn Apex. It is enough.
Okay.
They will see as very simple, but this is for everyone. Okay, if you are going to the market, okay, or a cell phone market, and you have 10,000 in your pocket. Okay, and you are going to the market and you are seeing a lot of cell phone shops and lot of cell phone models. Which one you will choose? You will go and check all the shop and you will check all the phone, right? Camera nalla irukka, idu nalla irukka, memory irukka. So because anyway you are going to buy the phone and you are going to buy for only 10,000 rupees now. But what you will check? Even if there is a phone, you will check whether all the features are available or not. Same applicable for us as well. As in the job market, we are all the resources. If I want you to pay 3 lakhs per annum, I will definitely check whether you know this, know that. Okay, because for a position, 100 people will apply. Out of that 100, I want to choose the best one. So definitely, I will ask all these queries to all one. But it is not like you should have all these mandatory. சரிங்களா? அதனால இதெல்லாம் போட்டு worry பண்ணிக்காதீங்க.
Okay.
சரிப்பா. Others, do anybody have any queries? All right, so we are winding up the session here. So if anybody want to join the training with AJ Skill Development, kindly visit this website, ajskilldevelopment.com, and you can visit the homepage. You will come to know about us and about the training. If you are fresher and you want to know about Salesforce and CRM, you can watch these 2 videos. You will come to know about Salesforce. Then if you scroll down, you will come to know what are the benefits you're going to get from AG skill development. You will learn about that. Then if you scroll down, this is the important thing. Watch this video. This video going to tell you how exactly we are providing the training, because our training model is entirely different. And this is not going to be a typical online training or offline training. And also we have, if you have a career related questions, you can go through this video. We have